اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم نحمدہ و نصلی علی رسول الکریم. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic for today's informative discussion is the future of aviation, in particular the airline industry. This world in which we are living has become a global village because of two things. One is the internet, which has become a part and parcel of our lives, and this is how we are virtually getting closer and closer. The other thing which slowly and gradually became a part and parcel of our life is the airline industry. With the dawn of commercial aviation in 1920, aircrafts got invented which were more fuel economical. They can travel faster and longer. So the airline start coming in access to a common person. Until last year, 2019, the airline was flourishing to an extent whereby the airlines could not meet the demand of the passengers because the airports were getting smaller as compared to the travelers. Same was the flying. Let me tell you, by the end of 2019, which is just about 10 months from today, there used to be 120,000 flights each day. 40,000 commercial aircrafts in the sky, and this number doesn't include the small aircrafts. And it is also said that by the end of 2019, 4.5 billion passengers have flown, which is almost 50% of the world population. That's such a huge number. And then March 11, 2020, when WHO announced COVID-19 as a world pandemic.
We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
This announcement came as a havoc on the airline industry. The passengers got scared of getting infected by being on the planes. The countries start closing their borders. As a result, there was no flying activity just overnight. The media, the electronic media in particular, when they start showing images of COVID-19 patients dying in hospitals in the number of thousands and thousands per day, all this bundle up to scare the passengers, and the airline came into a complete shut-off. The airports, which were hustling and bustling and full of life, thousands and thousands and thousands of passengers used to be at the airport. And today, after March 11, the airports were haunted. All these aircrafts which were in the air came down. There was no master plan where to put these aircrafts. So, haphazardly, the airlines start parking these aircrafts in the taxiway, runway, the tarmac, wherever they can find a place, they start parking. So much so, thousands and thousands of aircrafts were parked in Arizona just because of the dry weather there. That's a different story, that how they are managing these aircrafts parked, because these are not cars to just shut off and put in the garage. These are aircrafts. They need lots of maintenance every day to keep them in a position that they can be brought back into service. In 10 months, all those pilots who have been grounded for that long, they have to be re-licensed. So when we come and talk about the future of aviation or the future of airline, which is our lifeline, nobody knows. The pundits, the gurus of aviation, they are unable to answer this question. One thing everybody agrees upon, that it's going to be 3 to 4 years before the flying can come back into normal. Again, what will be the normal? Is it going to be the same as in 2019, 4.5 billion passengers in the air? Surely no. Because with the aviation, there is a recession in financial sectors. Hotel industry is gone. Restaurants closed. Car rental gone out of business. The aviation employees, like the people who work at the airport, the taxis, the cab drivers, the flight attendants, the gate agents, the load masters, the people working at the tarmac, the supporting staff, most of them have been laid off. And this is now end of October. So let's see who were flying. Number one, the flying was mostly by the business people. So with the corporate companies not sending their officials for business ventures, the businessmen not going for business purposes, tourism gone to zero. The only thing is left behind the people who still have to go, because in the past 50 years, the families got splitted because of the internet and because of such a nice and economical flying possibilities. People moved from one place to another and settled down in different countries. From people from India and Pakistan have settled in USA, 8,000 miles. If there was no flying, these people would have never come and migrated to America. Without aircrafts and cheap flying, who would like to live such a far from their family and from their motherlands? So now they have no option but to travel, especially when somebody is getting married or their family loved ones are sick. So these people will definitely would like to go. But they are also scared of catching viruses, and the virus which is being pronounced as the highly and deadliest virus in the history of mankind, especially the media. There's a lot of versions, a lot of theories, a lot of tales. Nobody knows the fact. What about the vaccine? nobody is going to get a vaccine. We have been listening a lot of stories and tales about it, but so far there is no hope. It's not going to happen at least in next 3 to 4 years. The airlines are in a survival mode, so they are trying to conserve their cash. So they have decided to retire the magnificent big jumbo jets like 747, the A380, all these magnificent aircrafts. Not only these aircrafts, all the aircrafts in their inventory which are 10 to 15 years old, they are in the process of being retired. So what they are doing is, the airline industry and the aviation industry has so far done an excellent job. The airports, if you enter at the airport, the first thing you will see that you have to put a mask. The second thing you will see is that marks for the social distancing. The third thing you will see, sanitizing going on. The fourth thing you will see that no human to human contact is now in the process of boarding or ticket checking or during reservation. So these are some very good efforts. Some airports have also automized the whole sanitizing process. Touchless elevators, auto cleaning handrails, automatic temperature scanning of the passengers. Before boarding, all airlines have made it mandatory to get, number one, a certificate of COVID-19 PCR test, which should be negative. With this certificate, you will come to the boarding gate. There, everything is now touchless and you will be again scanned for temperature. Then the airline is going to give you a kit, which should have, for some countries like India and Pakistan, they will give you instructions, because India and Pakistan has asked the airlines to not let the people board if they have a smartphone, they should put an app on it. The description of this app you'll find below, and that app you have to put all your information so that when you arrive in Pakistan, same goes for India, the government can track you. If you get indulged with any person who has a COVID, they can track you, they can warn you, they can put you in quarantine. Thirdly, you have to sign another form, which is a health declaration form. All the 4 major airlines going to India and Pakistan, like Turkish Airlines, Etihad Airlines, like Emirates Airline, all these airlines are giving you 2 masks, sanitizers, a face shield so that you can cover your face. The airlines definitely so far are not blocking seats. As of today, once you go, you should not expect that there will be nobody sitting next to me. Most of these airlines, if they are getting passengers, you will see the flights sold out. It's completely booked. The future of flying, nobody knows. Flying is going to be a necessity. COVID is going nowhere. We have to learn how to live with COVID-19. On board, you will be safe if you put your mask on and keep the face shield on top of you and keep sanitizing your hands with the sanitizers they have given, you will be okay. Everybody on board is supposed to be COVID-free because you have done your COVID-19 PCR test. Only safety is wash your hands, keep the mask when you are in the crowd, try to maintain a social distance. That's it. The flying will be safe. Inshallah, you will be arriving at your destinations safe. I'm thankful to all of you since you stayed till the last. God bless you. Well, may Allah bless all of us. Once again, thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.